Let's talk about the yellow coin problem. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan battle video for you here today. We are talking about a major problem that is plaguing many players since the introduction of the Carnival LR back in Worldwide 2022, and that is the lack of available yellow coin LRs and subsequently the lack of available yellow coins. So in this video, we're going to kind of break down what happened to the yellow coins and talk about where we are at now. You see, in an effort to synchronize both Global and JP's operation schedules to have a more streamlined year, we have now removed an entire yellow coin LR from the Golden Week campaign and replaced it with a Carnival LR. The new tags Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Super Saiyan 2 Kale are in fact a Carnival LR, which, I mean, is a great thing for them, but means we are down an entire slot of a yellow coin, and it's unsure when that could be re-implemented. Now, this doesn't sound like a major problem, right? After all, yellow coin LRs tend to be less, we don't want to say less good, because some of them can be very good, but, you know, they tend to be more options than necessities on teams, and, you know, are not typically, you know, cards you should go out of your way to summon on, which even more means that the coins are ever so important for picking them up. And now we have one less ability to do that, right? And this really all started back during Worldwide 2022 with the introduction of the first Carnival LR, the Carnival LR Super Saiyan Goku, and the Dokkan Fest cooler, right? Between the Part 1 and Part 2s from this campaign, we got two new Carnival LRs, bringing in what we thought would be an entire new system and replacement for the yellow coins, but it did not. Both of these coins now currently coexist. Now, Bird Crew's banners had a ton of yellow coins LRs on it, right? But that was mostly due to the fact that it was a new banner, and he was the only Carnival coin at that point. But with his introduction, we essentially went from a former 8 to 10 yellow coin LRs per year down to about 4. You see, when we should have had the next LR, it typically in October and then again in December, instead we only got another Carnival in December with the release of the Carnival LR Super Saiyan Goku STR, the LR5 guys from the plan to eradicate Saiyans. So that was a Rising Dragon Carnival, typically double rates and typically a yellow coin. So that was one less slot. And then in just a few months after that on JP, they went through their 8th anniversary, and that 8th anniversary introduced two new Carnival LRs with the Kai Goku and the Ent Gohan. Now, that was 2 more LRs down. The next LR wouldn't be until April's Part 2, and then again on Golden Week. And at that point, we had pretty much solidified the path of only about 4 LRs per year, right? If we look just past that last year with 2024, we only got a few, right? We got the LR Ginyu, we got the Cell Max, we got the Ultimate Gohan from Golden Week, and then we got, the LR Gohan and Piccolo. And now we're down one more, since now Golden Week, which last year was the LR Ultimate Gohan, has now been replaced with this Kale and Caulifla Carnival unit. Now, what does that mean, right? Yes, less yellow coins seems good on its face. After all, these banners typically weren't good, right? If we want to look at an old yellow coin banner, you basically had the yellow coin and that was it. So previously, you know, it wasn't a big deal to miss on this. I had always said, you know, maybe do 1 or 2 summons, pick up a few coins, and eventually over time you'll get enough to pick up those. But and that's because they were so frequent, right? But now, since they're less frequent, that strategy doesn't really work anymore. Since there was less incentive to summon, right? they fixed it up a little bit in recent years. Right now, most yellow coin banners, right, and this started with these guys, have 3 featured LRs on them, right? So this had these 2 and this guy, and the most recent banner, the PyCon, had these 3 featured LRs on it. So I mean, it's not a bad deal now, but it's still less incentive to summon. Even more so, right? When you consider that most of these characters also show up on carnival banners. So it typically tends to be better worth your stones to try to catch them on a carnival banner. The problem arises when you can't. If you don't pull them on the carnival banner. I can tell you I experienced this firsthand with the Goku and Piccolo. I assumed they would be on the worldwide carnival banner, and they certainly were for us over here on global, the Fizz Goku and Piccolo. And I didn't pull them. And I still have not pulled them. It has been 3 years, and I still have these guys at 55%. I have not pulled another copy of them since then. That's how difficult it can be to get them. And now with only 4 slots, now 3 slots to pick up a yellow coin, it's even more difficult because you would have to go hard on each of these banners rather than just a couple here and there like you used to. Now, there's one more thing that screws this all up, and that is the introduction of the pity coins, right? Since post-worldwide 2023, every carnival banner has, or every yellow coin banner also has pity, which means most people summoning on these banners are going until they get pity. Maybe you might get the unit before that, given that, right? You have up to 21 multis you can do here before you pity the unit, or you might get it sooner. But most people get it sooner, and then they convert those yellow coins into pity coins, and then they just buy the unit if they haven't pulled them, which means a lot of players just aren't getting those yellow coins at all anymore because of the pity system. This means the market for pity coins is just not there, or for yellow coins is just not there. There is ultimately, unless you go beyond pity in every yellow coin banner, you are unlikely to be pulling enough yellow coins within a reasonable time frame to be able to grab the unit, right? The problem is now with only 3 banners, it might take you more than a year or so to get enough coins, probably way more than a year, actually, with only 3 available banners and most people skipping them. By the time you could actually buy a unit, it might not even be worth it to do so. That's a major problem. You don't want that. The market has been too focused on carnival coins. Now, if this was the path they were going to go, fine. What they should have done was merge the 2 formats, right? Remove yellow coins entirely, merge them into the carnival banners and just go from there, right? Or if they were going to keep it this way, lower the cost of these guys with the carnival coins, because if you have a choice to spend your carnival coins on one of these guys when they show up in a carnival banner, right? So for example, right, let's say, you know, PyCon shows up on say, the worldwide banners. Well, you're probably going to want to use your coin for the anniversary carnivals that are going to be on the banner. That's going to be a better worth your coin than PyCon. So it's really tough to justify unless they were to lower the cost to equal the amount of their pity. I think that's probably the best solution here, but unfortunately, even then, it's still a rough choice. It just, they really mess things up here, I think, by introducing the new Carnival LR without coming up with an appropriate plan for either phasing out the yellow coins or shifting their cost, because currently their cost is too high, their banners are typically not worth it, and now most players are just never going to get the coins necessary in order to pick up a unit. Even more so now that we are down to 3 yellow coins per year. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, tell us what are your thoughts on this whole yellow coin situation. I think they kind of overblew the market here and forced players into a situation where they're now having to choose between Carnival LRs and yellow coin LRs because nobody is summoning on these yellow coin LRs, and those that are are going most likely to transfer their coins to pity and pity the unit unless they get the units sooner than that, which can happen, but more than likely not often. So it is tough. So guys, that is it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.